What's good, Pack Nation? Give y'all a little time to get in here. It's midday, live just to chop it up before Hurricanes play. Uh, Hopefully they can steal this game, but we shall see. I hate that we lost that first one. Make sure you chime in. Let me know you're here in the chat. We haven't had a too busy of a week with Wolfpack news and with the roster, mainly all scheduling stuff. And which I haven't seen. I'm a little bothered by the schedule. But, I just feel the disrespect is crazy. Like, you see some of the satire posts that are like, oh, Will Wade asked not to play us. And I'm like, I know it's jokes, but it seems very realistic. He'll be like, look, whatever you do, don't have us going back to Raleigh. Right? And it probably would not have been a safe situation for him. So I don't know. Joshua, what's up, man? I'm here. Is our roster complete? We still looking for a 7-footer, right? Roster is not complete. We are still looking. Probably of depth, 2 more players. So, hopefully that lands very, very soon. So we can just go ahead and really talk about our potential. Because if we don't get somebody functional at, as a big, it's going to be a long season. But if we can just get one more, I think we'll be all right. We can sort of breathe easy at that point. A lot of my Pack fans, you all have let me know you are rooting for the Hurricanes. I'm not big on the Hurricanes. As in, I don't watch it like that. Of course, during the playoffs, I'll make sure I stay tuned in. So I didn't catch exactly how we lost the first game, the Hurricanes at home. I saw, the second was a thriller. So I don't know what to expect out of this game at Vegas, but hopefully they can steal it because to have the advantage, the home ice advantage, and then give that up, that's tough. So we shall see. We shall see. Look, I'm on here today. I really just want to know, what you all are feeling right now with the Pack. I know everybody's waiting on a big. Outside of that, how you feeling? Did you catch the most recent interview with Jeff Goodman with Gainey? Did you have any insight in that you haven't told me about already that you want to share? What's your thoughts on the scheduling? Are you a season ticket holder? That's really what I want to know from a lot of my subscribers and those of you that happen to come across my channel is, as a season ticket holder, if you are one, have you purchased your season tickets? And do you have an issue with paying the increase considering the home games you can get? Fortunately for me, I got my tickets before the schedule came out. It's not like I still wouldn't have got them, but it didn't impact my purchase. So that's all. I'm curious. how everybody else is feeling. Because our home schedule is pretty trash. All the good games, most of the good games on the road. I mean, we get Louisville at home, but that's pretty much it. I'm hoping we're able to get a few decent non-conference home games just for the fans. Like, we need that. I'm really not even concerned about if it's somebody that's going to smack us. Maybe they'll be like, oh, well, they'll be a lot better next year, so we'll do the home and home. Maybe. I don't know. That's going to be something that we got to cross our fingers about. But we do need somebody to actually come in and play us, because this is it's tough, y'all. It's real tough. Joshua asked me, what is your opinion of what our starting five should be, the current roster? I know it's hard to say, and I haven't even seen them play yet. In fact, but I can give an opinion. So appreciate this question, Joshua. For me, everybody is sort of harping on it being Ed Mead. Then we would have I forgot my man's name from Santa Clara. Y'all can help me out until it comes back to me. But Paul McNeil at the 3. 4, I think it's supposed to be like Yalaho, and then Evans at the 5. I don't really like Paul McNeil at the 3 spot. That's my take. Now, in order for Paul to play the 3, he needs to be able to do all the things we need him to do for us to be good this year. He has to be more than just a volume 3-point shooter, right? He has to be more than just a 3-point threat. He has to be able to drive the ball on offense. He's got to be able to get to the free throw line. He's got to be able to handle the ball a little bit better, get his own shot off. He can't be out there depending on other people to get his shot off. Okay. On the defensive end, he's got to be a better defender if he's going to play the 3. Like, normally that position is going to be bigger than him on most of the teams. The guys playing the 3 are not going to be 6'5". They could be, but they might be a little bit taller in the ACC. So I would like to move him to the 2. You keep pressing that Mead at the 1. You move Paul to the 2. Then you play Yalaho at the 3. And I would want to, I'm getting a little hype about Mikey. I'd want to put Mikey in the starting lineup. But we ain't seen him play yet. So let's be realistic. We could I guess until we get that other big, we could put the last guy we picked up at the 4 and then put Evans at the 5. But that's why this last big is so important, because I really believe you can get a big that is of starter minutes. The last guy from overseas, Jurkovic, I'm not really a big fan. I don't think he's going to be that great. And I would love to be very, very wrong. But looking at his stats in that top league compared to some NBA players who were not elite, but they crushed over there at 19 years old, it's not comparable. He's like averaging half of their stuff, and he's almost 24. And they were doing that at 19. So I'm like, all right, I know the ACC is not the NBA, but you're going to play against some guys that are NBA level talent. Duke's going to have NBA level bigs, right? It is what it is. Louisville's probably going to have some. Virginia's going to have some. Carolina's probably going to have some. So that means when we play all those games, we're going to get cooked just because he's, talent level isn't there. So that's why I'm not super hype about him if everybody's asking, like, oh, what about such and such? That's what it is. So I know that's like not a complete answer for you, but that's just where I'm at right now. Like, I'm not settled on the starting five. Now I will give you another one. My dream starting five for this team that I'm hoping works out. Again, the same two at point and shooting guard. Edmead at point, Paul at the two. Put Darius Adams at the three. Then Yalaho could stay at the four and Evans. That'd be a decent starting five for me. Yeah, it's so hard when I'm starting five right now. And then when I look at these sites that are doing the way too early top 25, that stuff is silly. Like, I don't know. It's going to change so much in like a month. But for us, I feel like our team is just sitting at like 10th in the ACC right now with our current roster, and that's with luck, right? Like, we get lucky and not have any injuries, that's where we'll be at. If we don't have any major foul trouble, that's where we'll be at. Because if Evans gets a cold, we in trouble. Like, you got to keep that man away from campus, no going to class. Like, I mean, we got to wrap him up in bubble wrap until we get a backup. I'm just like, if you get the big, I don't know who that is, we're good. A functional big. Somebody can get in, rebound. That's pretty much what you need, is a rebounding big. If you're going to ask me what type, you need a rebounding big because you got shooters everywhere. Okay? You need a Mo Diarra, Richard Howell. You need, who else? Leonard Freeman. You need a dude that understands, I'm going to rebound. That's what I'm in the game for. There's nothing else to talk about. I'm not going to be out there trying to shoot threes. I'm not going to be out there trying to ISO, give me the ball, let me shoot my jump hook. Nah, none of that. I need a dude who want to get like 10, 15 rebounds a game. That's what I want. Joshua says, what a portal class by Louisville. They must have mighty deep pockets. Oh, that's an understatement. Their NIL budget is crazy. They are spending, okay? Like, I don't know what it is up there. That Kentucky area, they are spending. Kentucky spending on their end, Louisville spending on their end. Like, yeah, man, it's crazy. It is wild. Yeah, if we get back to the rebounding big, we're gonna be good to go. I'm telling you, we will be good too. We don't need any other skill set than rebounding right now. Big and rebounding. And the guy from did he play at Pitt? Sualuba or something like that? Yes, Roman Sualupa. That's who I really wanted. That would have been phenomenal. But we didn't get him. And I don't even know where he's at right now. If you all know where he went, let me know. Oh, Ole Miss. Well, so much for that. Straight to Ole Miss. Has a 7-footer from Auburn committed anywhere yet? No. He has not. But I don't really care about him at this point. Like, it's probably a money game. And the stall out with Paul was enough for me. Okay. I'm really not studying any more of these guys. It's like holding up the process. Like, we've told this dude, hey, we want you, and he's dragging us along, and we missing out on other people. That makes, I don't like that at all. So even at this point, if he came, I'd probably still be frustrated with him. Like, my expectation would be through the roof. He'd definitely have to be a starter the way he's not committing. I've seen some people say it's because of eligibility issues or something like that, but I've seen nothing to say that that's concrete. So that's why I haven't really weighed in on that, because I can't tell who's telling the truth about that at this point, right? So before we go running with it, I'm going to wait. Then we can talk about the issues that he's having, if it's a thing. I'm not going to lie. To have 10 of y'all on here in the middle of the day, it's surprising. I didn't think we get this many people, so I appreciate y'all, chiming in. I have some open time, and I just wanted to sit and talk. Big shout out to Joshua Smith here. He is leading the chat. Anybody else can feel free to ask any questions they might have or topics they want to talk about, because we're just hanging out today. Just chilling, talking about our pack, and waiting for the alert that we landed another big man and that he signed, not just committed. I need that post to come out saying he signed, because I feel like that commitment, it'd be a little shaky sometimes, or something plays out and they go somewhere else. Yeah, like Paul and Bia last year, which I don't think we missed much with that one, but still. Oh, something I do want to talk about, though. So Jeff Goodman and Fielder 68 had a follow-up after the interview with Gainey, right? And they had the conversation that they were surprised he didn't get the resources that he should have gotten. And I've been talking about this all off season. The hype was crazy, and it's now sort of seeming to spill out. He did not get the resources that maybe he could have gotten, right? Are we penalizing this man for being a first-year coach? I mean, we threw the money, so it seems, at Wade, and then we doing our own kind of dirty. When the media start talking about it, like, oh, it don't seem like you got the resources, it's like, man, that's tough. You don't want that to start coming out. It'd be better for me to hear, oh, we, don't spend smart, or I mean, anything other than we don't have it. Right? Like, you don't want any potential recruit transfer like, oh, they don't really have the money to pay me over there. I'm not even going to listen to what they're talking about. They might just be throwing numbers out. Can you believe it? But yeah, they just flat out, Jeff Goodman was like, he's surprised that he didn't get the resources. And I'm in the same boat. Like, why are we not going all in? It seemed like this would be the perfect opportunity to be like, you know what? F you, Will Wade. We about to go ahead and get this done and show you that we mean business. But nah, we didn't do that. So that is that's a little depressing. But Gainey is he seems to be very, very happy with what he's built so far with the roster. Okay. I said it in my last video. I think he's beaming on a couple of people. Johnson says, seems like we play Moneyball instead of going out and getting our guys. Definitely a disadvantage for Coach Gainey. Yeah, that's what he's done. But maybe he's been successful at it. Like on paper, he likes what he did. Let's put it that way. He's got to get all these guys together in the gym, get them playing together, build the chemistry. But on paper, he does. And somebody said, what is he supposed to say? Of course, he's saying that he likes his team. I'm like, nah. There's been some. If a coach don't like his team, he'll tell you, like, look, we're not where we need to be, or we need to improve on this, and this. We're lacking a lot of stuff. Like, even in coach speak, they can keep it 100 with you. I didn't get that vibe from Gainey. I got the vibe he really does like his team on paper, right? He think everything fits. There shouldn't be a bunch of, role confusion. It should be more, continuity. And so that's the most positive, encouraging thing to me is the head coach likes what he was able to do, even with limited resources. Right? If he had came out and been like, we did what we could here, and we made this happen, and it was kind of like, I'm not believing that you're excited about your team. I feel a little bit different. But for a person like Gainey, who's very reserved, it seems, in a lot of his interviews, to have some passion around what each player brings to the table for him, had me like, all right, coach, I'm gonna get a little, I ain't gonna say excited. I'm gonna say optimistic. I'm gonna get a little optimistic about the season, because you did also mention that you need another one or two depth pieces, and your inside is where that's at. So tells me he's focused on finding those players, even though he hasn't gotten one yet. He's gonna get them, and then boom, we're gonna be right where we need to be. Pack, we're gonna be, chilling. I don't know if we're gonna have a squad to go on the road and beat and win like 7 quad ones, but we're gonna have plenty of chances. Plenty of chances. The downside is we probably gonna have some quad 4s on that schedule too. Oh man, these home games are boo boo. Joshua says, ton of shooters. I think we can score. Going to come down to defense and rebounding. But Gainey is a defensive man, so hopefully that translates to the court. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's wild. Like after Keats, right? That last Keats season, we did not have shooting, right? We needed shooting. We had it sitting on the bench with Paul. He wouldn't put this man in the game. He kept playing friggin' O'Connell and just decided he was going to go down with the ship. Okay, whatever. But after that, it's just been shooting. Wade comes in, squad can shoot the lights out. Gainey comes in, seems like the squad gonna shoot the lights out again. Like we have made a complete 180 on when it comes to shooting. It'll probably be one of the better shooting teams in the country. And last year we were pretty good for a good long stretch leading the ACC. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. Seeing Paul McNeil lock up is gonna be interesting. But as I'm starting to listen to the game, maybe the players he's getting, it's not about locking up like one-on-one defense. He will play some zone, probably matchup zone type stuff. So you may not necessarily need to be a phenomenal on-ball defender. You just need to have good defensive principles, know how to play off the ball, know how to communicate, be in certain passing lanes, be able to drop down and cover somebody on switches, like, covering the pick and roll and all of that stuff. So that's cool because some of these guys do not seem like they're going to be able to move their feet quick enough to stay in front of anybody. So we are going to see. I'm very interested in to see how he plans to try to change these guys into defenders, or try to say a good defensive team. Because the best one from last year is Paul McNeil, and we know how that looked. Other than Keene, maybe. I'm not sure exactly how much playing time he's going to get. I mean, you asked me about the ideal starting lineup. Honestly, I didn't want Keene in my rotation. Like, I know he's a glue guy and he does all the hard stuff. But if he's in the rotation, I'm like, how good is your team really? But if you put him in there and he's like, look, I'm going to play defense and make all the hustle plays and get the ball to Paul, then maybe you play him at the 3, put Paul at the 2. Maybe that's who plays the 3. He's what, 6'7", something like that? I think from what I can see in the videos, he's got a decent shot if he had to shoot it. You just can't leave him open and dare him to shoot. So that might be a good lineup. I don't know. But I don't think we have anybody on our team that can't shoot. I'm trying to think who. Oh, the last little guard, Comey or something like that. He probably isn't much of a shooter from what I remember. More of an athlete and get downhill. But outside of him, everybody else shooting the 3. I just want to see it on display. And Joshua, you're right. If it's like, watching an NBA game, hey, that's fine with me. As long as we don't get ran out the building on the other end. Because it's going to be some long rebounds. We're going to live by the 3 and die by the 3. We got to be prepared for that. And right now, we don't have the rebounding for a 3-point shooting team. We don't have the rebounding for a good defensive team. Because we're going to play if we are decent on defense, we're going to give up offensive rebounds. Because we don't have that in place. He could be a good spark guy to get everyone fired up and show them how to play D. You're right. Like, that's the thing. Like, if he is who he says he is, and he comes in the game and my man is like having a huge impact and he doesn't even touch the ball, like, that would be impressive. Like, that'd be something to get hype about. Like, oh man, he was in the game for 10 minutes and didn't touch it on offense, right? He got 7 rebounds. My man took 2 charges, some stuff like that. I'd be like, ooh. But I don't mind him touching and passing it to other people. But yeah, I would love to see exactly how he fits on this team. There's a lot of hype behind him being this glue guy. And I've said it before, a glue guy to me is more about leadership, um, not just a hustle guy. I don't want to get those two confused. You can be a hustle guy. You out there running around, you diving and stuff like that. You can hurt your teammates that way. You can hurt other people that way. Even playing hard, right? But it's more about uh are you able to like be a leader for the guys as well? If you lead by example, cool. But is that actually a glue guy or is that just a hustle guy? So the fact that he's getting glue guy, that means there's more. I want to see more. I want him just out there hanging out, you know, getting rebounds and running down court. Like, nah, it needs to be somebody miss a defensive assignment. He need to be in their face, and it should be a respect there. So he's probably going to be the most, other than Evans, most locked in defensively. Um, yeah, that's what I want to see. That's another thing. Pack, I don't know who our leader is going to be. Who do y'all think the leader is going to be? That's a question for you because it's not going to be Paul. Unless he makes huge strides in the offseason as a vocal leader, I don't see it. It should be, but I don't necessarily see it. So hopefully it's Paul, but let's assume it's not. So if it's not Paul, Paul's a junior, Edmead's a sophomore, and he's transferring in. I don't see him being the guy to tell everybody, you need to get your stuff together. We tripping out here. We got to lock in. I don't know much about Evans leadership wise. Maybe he would be able to do something like that. Um, yeah, Yalaho doesn't give me that vibe. So who is it? I mean, who is going to be our like vocal leader? It's going to be interesting to see that play out too. It's just so many questions around our team right now. So many daggone questions. Um, I will say, I'm gonna pivot here. Look, the the way the schedule has played out for us, I think is very tough financially. I have mentioned that we need to look at moving to another conference when we can, because as a founding member, the way that they are pooping on us is unfathomable. Like, I can't believe that they just don't care about NC State at all. Or the matchups, and we already know, and it's not like they weren't giving us this signs of this early. They've been treating us crazy with referees and calls for years. But now when it starts getting to revenue share, we don't get the bigger matchups. I mean, it even slid over, like, well, I ain't gonna say it slid over in the football because that wasn't the ACC that messed up the game. But how many other games would have fell through like that? Right? It's just all these different little things that play out. And then with the match, with the SEC ACC challenge, you don't get Will Wade. Like, what is that? How would you not have Will Wade come to Raleigh? I mean, the financial part of this is the part that like nobody's really talking about it. It's being really, really disrespectful. And it's almost like, look, we want to make sure our bigger brands are really well off, and the rest of y'all got to figure y'all money situation out. Because now we're doing this revenue share, and we're not about to put anybody ahead of, Carolina, Duke, and whoever else they want to fiddle in at number 3. Right? Louisville, I guess, would be the most popular team recently, since Pat Kelsey got there. It is wild, absolutely wild. Let me get caught up on chat here. So when Michigan won the Natty, their 3 and 4 was 6'9" guys. Their 5 was 7'3", by far the biggest team on the floor against UConn. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna be little if we don't play a bigger lineup. Gonna be tough, but Paul almost has to be the leader. So Josh, I wish I listen. I hear you and I agree. But we know how Paul move. He's so the good thing about having a player be around for 3 years and through multiple coaches, you really get to see his personality. And Paul's personality is very reserved. Okay. He even had his family, agents, whoever, dragging out this process for him coming back to school. Like, it's all these reports coming out. Oh, he really wants to come, but his camp is saying da da da. Like, that's not a leader mentality to me at all. Like, if you're a leader, you say, look, this is what I'm doing, and this is how it's going to impact y'all. But instead, it was the other way around. Like, I want to do this. What do y'all think? Tell me what I should do. I don't feel comfortable having that dude being the leader, the vocal leader of my basketball team. I don't. You want to go out there and lead by example and get us fired up for hitting some big shots. And then that's why we're like, okay, well, we know he's option number 1. Cool. But it's sort of like the Darian Williams and Quadir Copeland situation. Like, look, there could be somebody else that gets the buckets, being Paul, but your real vocal leader is the other guy. I need that other guy. I don't know who that other guy is. So I don't know who it's going to be, but if it's Paul, man, we might be in trouble. Like, if it's Paul, there's going to be some games where there's going to be some timeouts called, and Gainey going to be over there about to bust a blood vessel probably, because it's not going to be anybody on the team that will take charge and, calm people down and get everybody back in the mix. You got to use timeouts to do that. And I'm hoping that's not what happens. But I hope you're right. Let's let it be Paul. Let Paul grow up. He's a junior now. So he's going to come in. He knows it's his team. And then he's just going to be telling everybody what they need to do and making sure he holds everybody accountable. That's what he's going to do. All right, Pack. Well, I stayed on here long enough. We've been on here for about 40 minutes. Those of you that did chime in, I appreciate you, checking in on a Saturday. Make sure you turn on your notifications because the Pack Legends series is still going on, and we are on the power forwards next. Okay. If you have a power forward you think I might miss out that you think should be in the top 5, shoot the name. Put in the comments, put in the chat. Let me know. The centers are coming after that. You could do that as well. But I'm pretty solid on my list so far. So I'll be interested to see who you all are bringing up that maybe I did not come across or think about. Now, I will tell you, I'm trying not to be recently biased in my list here. That's why I'm mentioning people that y'all like, look, I'm not familiar with him. I wasn't either. But when you go back and look at the numbers, it's a couple of these cats that were like really, really nice back in the day when we were winning national championships and conference championships. They were some of the better players in the country. So I have to keep them in the mix. Just because they haven't played in 30, 40 years doesn't mean they should not be considered. So give me a take. And as always, please like, subscribe, share the channel with your Pack family and friends. Till next time, go Pack.